Let's solve this question. The length of the line joining the midpoints of non-parallel sides of an isosceles trapezium is 30. If the aforementioned line divides the trapezium in two parts with the areas in the ratio 2:3, then what is the absolute difference between parallel sides of the trapezium? So one isosceles trapezium is given. Isosceles trapezium means it has non-parallel sides as equal. These two sides are equal, and it is given that when we join the midpoints of these non-parallel sides, the side of the length of this line segment is 30. Also, this line divides. If these are equal, also this line divides trapezium into two parts having areas in the ratio 2:3. So I am considering the area of upper trapezium as 2a and lower trapezium at 3a. Now, for this line, if I join these 2 points, so let's just call this trapezium at A, B, C, D. First of all, let's just join D to B. Now, using basic proportionality theorem, I know these three AB, CD, let's just call it EF. AB is parallel to CD in a trapezium, and when I connect these two midpoints, I get this line EF, which is also parallel to these two parallel sides. Now, using the basic proportionality theorem, I can say that the intercepts, these are three parallel lines, and this is one transversal, and this is one transversal, which is intercepting these three parallel sides. So the intercepts made on one transversal would be equal to ratio of intercepts on first transversal. So I can say if this is the midpoint, this is equal to this. So the ratio of these intercepts would be equal to these intercepts. So this will also be equal to, so it's a midpoint. It will also be a midpoint. Let's just call it O. Now, these two triangles, that is BOF and BDC, would be similar triangles. And for similar triangles, I know the ratio of their corresponding sides is equal. Now here I can say in this triangle, smaller triangle BF, corresponding to this in larger triangle side is BC. BC upon BF upon BC is 1/2. So the ratio of every corresponding side would be 1:2. Now I can say this BO would be half of this line CD. This line CD, so let's just call it Y, and let's just call this side as X. In this triangle ADC, AD and B, similarly this side EO would be half of this line. So it is X/2 and this is Y/2. So the sum of X plus Y would be equal to 2 times of 30, because the length of this side is given as 30. So I get the sum as X plus Y as 60. Now, these two trapeziums, the area of these two trapezium is giving me as 2 in the ratio 2:3. Now, if I draw the height, let's just use another color. If I draw the height, let's just call it H1, and let's just call this height as H2. This is also one transversal intersecting these three parallel lines. So the ratio of this length to this length would be same as the ratio of these intercepts. So I can say the ratio of H1 and H2 would be equal to 1:1. So the area of this trapezium is given as 2a, area of this trapezium is given as 3a. Let's just use or write down it here. Area of trapezium is half times sum of parallel sides, that is x plus 30, into distance between them, that is h1, upon half into sum of parallel sides, that is y plus 30, into distance between them, that is h2, and it is given as 2:3. Now we can cancel this half. h1 upon h2 we have just established is 1:1, so we can cancel these out, and from here I get 3 times x plus 30 is equal to 2 times y plus 30. So from here I get 3x minus 2y. 3x minus 2y is equal to this is 60 minus 90, so it is minus 30. So this is one equation, this is second equation. By using these two equations I can get the value of x and y. So multiply first by 2 and then add these two equations. So it becomes 2x plus 2y is equal to 120, and I'm adding these two equations. I get 5x, 3x plus 2x minus 2y plus 2y get cancelled, and it becomes 120 minus 30, that is 90. So I get x as 18. So the length of x is 18 units. Now put this value of x in any one of the equation. So I'm putting it here. X is 18. I get y is equal to 60 minus 18, and that is equal to how much? 42. So I get y as 42. So the length of y is 42. Now what is asked? What is the absolute difference between the parallel sides? Absolute difference would be 42 minus 18, and that is equal to how much? Minus 12 is 30, minus 6 is 24. So the correct answer to this question is 24.